Hey everyone, my name's Lauren Leone. I'm the SVP of Client Services at Cardinal. My role here is primarily to form new partnerships with prospective clients like yourself. What I wanted to share with you today is a little bit of a peek inside what it's like to go through the sales process with an agency. So, the first step after you all fill out a form is you're going to give me some information, your company's website, what your budgets look like, maybe a brief description of what you're looking to do. And I'm going to receive that and I'm going to reach out to you to set up a meeting. We call this the discovery meeting. And really the goal there is just that, to discover more about each other. It's about a 20 to 30 minute meeting where you and I are going to hopefully hop on video and I'm going to ask you some questions and you're probably going to have some questions of your own. All right. So we've gone through the discovery call. We both walked away from that call feeling really good about each other. And we think that there's a very viable partnership here. I want to walk you all through the highlights of a plan of action deck. This is what I would present to you about 5 to 7 business days after that discovery call. So this is a fake client called Perfect Smiles. What we're going to put together for you is a truly custom proposal. There's information in here that I share with everyone, right? Like, who is Cardinal? I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our firm. I want to make sure you know things like how long we've been in business, how many full-time employees we have, the fact that our average client retention rate is 97%, just to give you a little bit of a foundation. I'm going to walk you through a little bit about our Cardinal team. Extremely important. I know you guys want to know who you're going to be working with, but I want to be very transparent with you. And then I'm going to talk to you all anecdotally about our experience in healthcare. And hopefully, because you're coming to us to explore partnership, you know a little bit about our case studies. We have an amazing case study section on our website. So after we talk a little bit about who Cardinal is, what we're going to do, and I like to touch on briefly, is always the landscape. What landscape are you working within today? So things like, what are the competitive pressures looking like, right? Is search volume increasing or decreasing in your vertical? Are cost per clicks going up over the last 30, 60, 90 days or the past 12 months? What are some of the things that are happening in the general world of your healthcare vertical that may impact strategic decision-making down the road? So let's talk a little bit about SEO, right? This is where the auditing becomes a really critical part of the conversation. But we're going to be talking about things like current trends, what your current traffic looks like. I want to understand what the landscape looks like in terms of competitors. So we're going to look at domain authority, backlink profiles, what your competitors are doing so that we know these are the things that we need to be on the lookout for. Technical foundations, information architecture, how are search engines reading your website? Page speed analysis, how are you all complying with Core Web Vitals? And do we need to look at potentially some dev work on the front end of our relationship? So the part of the presentation that I get asked to do the most, what the most people come to me looking for, is help running their paid media strategies. And oftentimes that starts with search, and they may have other channels included, but we do a ton of auditing of paid search accounts. So I'm going to take a really deep look at the KPIs that actually matter for your business. And this is why that KPI portion of our discovery call is so important. KPIs aren't just for reporting out to your boss what happened last month. KPIs are absolutely critical to informing algorithmic bid strategies. So we've oriented ourselves towards the right KPIs, and now we need to talk about the structure of your account. And what I've got here is a blurred out version of something that we've done for a client because I don't want to share any proprietary information, but I'm going to do 2 things for you. I'm going to look at your current account structure. That is, how are your campaigns, your ad groups, and your keywords structured within the account today? And is that structure lending itself to algorithmic bidding? And then what we want to talk about is keyword management. So we've got a strategy here at Cardinal that really goes into keyword by intent. And the intent that the keyword itself should indicate to us whether a person has a high intent to convert or not. One of the things that I always like to talk about with prospective clients as well is post-click optimization. So something that Cardinal does, and obviously we have to be scoped to do this, but something we're going to look at in the sales process is, would our partnership benefit from a post-click optimization program? And that can mean a few things, right? It can mean initially looking at your landing pages, and what we do here in this presentation is we do what's called a heuristic walkthrough. Really what that means is I'm looking at your current landing page versus a list of about 10 best practices that Cardinal has developed over our years of doing conversion rate optimization to say, you are or are not meeting some of these, and therefore making a recommendation to you on whether or not we should engage in a landing page project. One thing that's really important to discuss in the sales process is onboarding and timelines. And I'm going to walk you through what a typical 30, 60, 90-day roadmap may look like. We'll talk about that very acute first 30-day period and what some of the high points are going to be. And then we'll talk a little bit about customer support. Again, this goes back to the team, how we operate, what project management systems we use, what our tech stack looks like that supports everything we do, from daily budget pacing within your ad accounts to actually producing reports for you, just so you know what's going on in the background. And then that leads me to kind of the final section besides investment, which obviously is fully custom, which is our reporting capabilities. So you and I will have spent time on that discovery call talking about what your reporting requirements and needs are, maybe what the pain points are of your current agency. And then I'm going to talk you through our dashboarding capabilities, how we set up dashboards, how those dashboards are managed, and that we make sure that they're accurate. What kind of use of that dashboard are you going to have? So things like the fact that it's updated multiple times a day, that, we're using an ETL solution on the back end to make sure that the data is as real time as possible. And then I'm going to leave it in your hands to make a decision if Cardinal's the right choice for you. We hope that you all decide that we are. Here is my contact information. Again, my name is Lauren Leone. I'm the SVP of Client Services and New Partnerships here at Cardinal. You can email me. I've got my cell phone number here. You can find me on LinkedIn. If you've just finished watching this video and you think that this process is something you want to explore with Cardinal, please reach out. We'll get that discovery call on the calendar, and I look forward to meeting with you guys soon.